It is so easy to lose yourself in the comfort of your own fantasies, to never vocalize or materialize what you are obsessively thinking about. Whether that is a thing, whether that is a goal, whether that is a person, whatever it might be, they will very likely lead you down this path of creating fantasies within your mind about that certain thing, having that certain thing. And each and every time that we think about it, you feel good about achieving that certain goal that you really want to achieve, or getting that girl that you really want to get with in your mind. Thinking about all of this stuff in your mind feels really good for some reason, right? And that is because it is your dopamine working. Because dopamine is the hormone of anticipation, of actually trying to get in pursuit of that goal. And so each and every time when you're thinking about going to work on this certain goal and just working hard and you're imagining all of this stuff in your mind, when you're thinking about being with this certain girl and doing whatever kinds of stuff that you want to do with her, right? Going out on dates, just kissing, having fun, doing whatever it is, right? That's your dopamine working. That's your hormone of anticipation, making you feel good. And so this is why I'm telling you that it is so easy to lose yourself in this trap of your own mind's fantasies. You can easily just settle into this and make this your baseline. And I do not wish that for you, man. Because you probably know how it feels, and I know how it feels because I've let this happen to me so many damn times. And sometimes it still happens, but I'm trying my best to work against it. And you should as well. And honestly, if it weren't for the fact that you are wasting so much time whenever you are obsessively fantasizing about something, I wouldn't have anything against it. But when you are literally obsessively thinking about a certain thing, time just passes you by like that. You are not capable of focusing on what is important to you, on what truly happens in the present moment and which you have to take care of, or the things in the future that you have to think about, or things in your past that you have to analyze in order to properly work towards a better future. When you're fantasizing about certain things, all of the other things which are important to you, they just go away and your mind is completely focused on one narrow path, on one narrow certain thing or a certain person. You will be going down this path more than you would like because you have that dopamine just kicking in all the time. Because you're anticipating what you could do. You're thinking about this fact that you are capable of doing this. And the fact that it is possible and that it is within your reach, your dopamine just kicks in louder. And now you are just stuck in this path of endlessly imagining things, fantasizing, building up mental fantasies within your mind about that thing, about that person, and not actually taking action on it. Or when you're taking action, it's already too late. Because life is so dynamic. Like, so many things can change in such a short period of time. So the more time that you're fantasizing and you're wasting time in the process of doing that, the lesser your chances are of actually achieving that thing that you're fantasizing about. And honestly, the most depressing part of all of this is if you're fantasizing about a certain thing that you just know that you cannot get, right? So you're fantasizing about a certain goal of reaching this crazy point in your life, this amazing point in your life. But right now you're looking at your certain position, you feel like you're in a rut, you feel miserable about yourself. And you know that you cannot just jump towards that certain thing that you really want. And so in your mind, you just feel like you're just engulfing yourself completely in that story that you're building up. And there is more fiction to who you are than the actual reality. And that is the point where you can lose yourself, where you can lose track with what is going on in the present moment, with what you want to happen in the future, and what actually went on in the past. That is the point where you start losing touch with reality. That is when you engulf yourself in all kinds of distractions just to keep your mind away from maybe thinking about the present moment, about what you have to do, about your responsibilities, to just maybe indulge a little bit more in that fantasy. And so my only piece of advice that I can honestly give you is you have to take action. You have to say whatever the hell you want to say. You have to do whatever the hell you have to do. You have to vocalize, you have to materialize your goals. And if you're not going to take this starting step, then your life is never going to be any better. And you are always going to be stuck in this endless loop of fantasy, of regret, of self-hatred, of self-pain, and more fantasy, and just going on all the way like that up until you just lose touch with reality. Up until the point you are that person that nobody wants to even be around. Because you're consistently only in your own world, right? You are consistently away from everyone else around you, and you're just socially isolating yourself from the present and the real world so that you can live in this own messed up world that you created in your mind. I've lived like this for such a long time, man. For such a long time, I neglected my relationships with my family, with whatever friends I had at the time, with my own self, my relationship with my own self. I neglected all of these just so I could indulge in some certain fantasies about my own life, about how I could get with a certain girl. And most of the time it's been girls, right? Most of the time I have been obsessively thinking about girls. There's girls that I've been obsessively thinking about for months, even like a year or two at certain points in my life. So I know what it means to obsessively fantasize about something. I know what it means, man. Trust me. I know just how miserable this can make you. And so I don't want you to be led down this path. But what you must do is you must start taking action on what is going on. If you're gonna listen to me say this, then I don't want you to just sit on your ass and just feel a little bit better about yourself and think to yourself, oh yeah, you know, I should start taking action. Yes, I should start doing that. And then just scroll to the next video and the next video up until the point where you lose yourself in the blur of all of these instant gratification activities and your own fantasies again. And whatever I've just spoken about doesn't mean anything. I want you, after watching this video, to just close everything off and to imagine exactly what you have to do. If you can do it, just do it right now. Just stop this video, pause this video, and imagine exactly what you would have to do in order to start taking those first few steps of action towards getting out of your own head. If you're obsessing right now over a certain girl like I used to, then I want you to stop this video right now and just think about what you would have to do in order to actually talk to this girl and see whether she likes you or not, and how you could live your life after that. How you could live your life if she were to say no, if she were to not like you back, to not actually be interested in you, or how you would live your life if she were to be interested in you, because the chances are there, man. But you have to be realistic about them. For sure, optimism is great, but you cannot let that optimism just get out of reach sometimes, because that is something that I believe can heavily damage you as well. And so I want you to be thoughtful of what you are going to make happen. I want you to be thoughtful about the things that you are going to either vocalize or materialize into this world. Be rational. Don't be stupid about it. Don't just go around hurting other people, and most importantly, don't go around hurting yourself, right? Because sometimes when you're just gonna go out and say some stupid stuff, another person might forget about it soon, right? But that is something that will be ingrained within your own personality forever, unless you do something about it, right? You have to be very, very careful about what you're going to do and about what you're going to say and about the way that you are going to conduct yourself in taking these first few steps of action towards getting out of your head. Find very important, meaningful reasons for what you're going to do, so that when you're going to feel that sudden rush of fear, of anxiety flowing through you, because you will, I assure you, and when you're going to want to just give up and to just run away and hide back in your own same damn miserable pit in the ground, I want you to have those reasons clear in your mind, fresh in your brain, so that when that happens, you can remind yourself, you know what, this is the reason why I'm doing this. I'm not gonna stop. I have to keep going. Or else, again, you are going to be the same miserable person as you have always been, if not worse. It would be so much better for you to just face the discomfort of what you have to do now, to just face that pain, that hardship right now in this present moment, or as fast as you possibly can in regards to this present moment, than to live the rest of your entire life wondering whether inaction and silence was actually the right choice. There's been a few points in my life when I didn't do what I actually wanted to do. There's been a few points in my life when I didn't talk to that girl when I knew that I had to talk to her, when I didn't pursue that goal that I had within my mind. And for such a long time afterwards, I felt miserable because I just could not tell whether inaction and silence was the best choice. And that just ate me up from the inside out. It just made me a shell of the person that I actually should have been. Instead of being this lively, happy person, for actually facing that discomfort and maybe even talking to that girl and getting the no, getting the rejection. For sure, maybe it would have hurt in the moment, maybe for the next 2 days, but afterwards, I would have been such a more happy person, such a more relieved person, such a more calmer, relaxed individual. But no, instead of that, I just kept living in this fearful state in my mind, whether this was actually the right choice and whether I'm going to regret this for the rest of my days. And I don't want to ever go through that experience again, man. And in order for that to never happen again, I have to take action on what I believe is important to me as fast as I possibly can. If I I cannot do it right in this exact moment, if you cannot just message that random girl right now and ask her if she wants to go out with you because it's like 6 a.m. right now and she'd be probably sleeping and she doesn't have her phone notifications off and she'd be woken up and she'd think that you're a weirdo for asking her that at like 6 a.m., right? If you have to wait a few more hours, bro, just do it right when she wakes up. Right when she opens her eyes in a moment, she just sees that text pop up on her phone. But just do not waste any more time. Don't just tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it the week after. Just to make sure that she actually likes me, or just to, figure out what I want. Man, just do it. Stop being a pussy, man. Stop being a coward. Just do it. Start doing the things that you would have to do. Start taking the first few steps towards achieving that goal, which has been on your mind for such a long time. Just do it, man. Stop being a pussy, because each and every single moment that you're wasting, you are pussifying yourself. You are making yourself more of a coward by each and every single moment. So take action on what you have to take action on. Stop wasting your damn life. Face the storm head on right now and be grateful for the rays of sunlight that will follow sooner or later afterwards. If you have found some value in this video, then why not subscribe to this YouTube channel? I make self-improvement videos from my own experience, from what I know about, what I've lived through. You could like this video, you could share this video with other people who you think might be able to also gain some value from this. If you want to join my self-improvement Discord server, there will be a link to that in the description. And if you want to go on a free self-improvement one-to-one coaching call with me, which is entirely for free, you don't have to pay any money, and we can talk about self-improvement tips and advice, your journey, my journey, whatever it might be about self-improvement, then click the Calendly link in the description of this video. Schedule time with me and we'll see each other then. Yeah, man. I really wish you good luck, and I'll see you next time. See you, man.